many remember SSUR? One of the older brands in the streetwear genre, SSUR is rooted in artistic aesthetic. It's said that you don't really know streetwear if you don't know SSUR. Their contributions to the industry span 2 decades under various names and monikers. But who started it? When? And what does SSUR even mean? Well, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com, and this is the history of SSUR. But before we get started, I'd like to take a minute to thank you guys for helping us to continue to grow like we have. Liking and sharing the videos really helps the YouTube algorithms notice us and suggest us to more people, and we can't do it without you guys' help. But with all that being said, let's jump into the video. SSUR was created by Ruslan Karablin back in the early 90s of New York City. And although Ruslan is as New York to the core now, he was actually born in Odessa, Ukraine in 1969, when the country was still a part of Russia. Ruslan is an artist first and foremost, but in his younger days, immersed in the street culture of downtown New York, he saw the potential of everyday fashion in the form of apparel and accessories to be an affordable, accessible canvas for his designs and concepts. He conceived the name by spelling his nickname, Russ, backwards. Russ says that he sustained a head injury when he was a kid and sometimes sees things backwards. And he joked that maybe this is how he came up with the idea. Not to mention, it's also a scrambled up version of USSR, the then name of his hometown as a kid. He started out simple with t-shirts and hats, and as he grounded the scenes in New York, people began to take a liking to his work, and sales picked up. SSUR's reputation was earned and built with each and every new concept and product released, featuring designs drawn from his personal take on everyday life. The daily struggles and challenges that define us are, as Russ describes it, sex, politics, and protest. As both a clothing designer and a gifted conceptual artist, Russ reinterpreted current affairs, luxury brands, and pop culture with bold and provocative visuals. From his infamous upside-down crown logo to the Rebel Ape character blending the controversial figure Che Guevara with Planet of the Apes anatomy, to his paintings of unflinchingly graphic Mexican drug cartel violence. Russ encouraged the thoughtful questioning of authority and the status quo, all while also recognizing the grim yet beautiful reality of life's struggles. SSUR fully embraced the counterculture field that streetwear would come to be known by, and throughout the 90s, Russ was busy creating designs that thumbed his nose at authority. Throughout the years, Russ branched his ideas off into different factions. SSUR is the art side and signature brand, and more of an individualized blacked out clothing with more advanced content. It's a bit more unrated with a smaller, more niche audience and style that's influenced by sex, drugs, and hip hop. SSUR Plus was a PG version of SSUR with a heavy presence of camouflage and undertones of revolt, a bit more political. Caviar Cartel embraced Russian Soviet heritage and culture with hints of Gulag satire. More of a casual luxury brand with accents of rugby and sweatpants with tattoo-inspired art and design. The Cut was originally created as a way to diversify the SSUR brand in Japan because of an unsolicited copyright issues. But that's a whole nother story for another time. Russ had it structured so that SSUR was the more limited wing, SSUR Plus was a diffusion brand of sorts, more mall-friendly, The Cut was an outlet for more sensitive graphics, and Caviar Cartel was luxury. SSUR is widely known as your favorite streetwear brand's favorite streetwear brand for a reason. And though not as well known as some of the other classic brands like Stussy and Supreme, SSUR has been putting in work for years. They've collaborated with tons of brands in the genre, including Clot, Ben Trill, British Knights, Mighty Healthy, Crooks and Castles, Chanel, Carrots, DC Shoes, Carhartt, and tons of others. Not to mention influenced various other creators. Russ's designs flow from understanding and reaction to culture in all forms, not just trending gimmicks or hype-driven marketing plans. Russ's brand SSUR has survived and thrived off of his insistence on speaking his mind through images, without regards of how they'll be perceived or criticized. In 2010, the Russian-born New York native decided to pick up and move his operations to the West Coast. He worked quickly to establish his presence in LA with several high-profile exhibitions, including The Evil That Men Do at Known Gallery and From the Cradle to the Grave, following almost immediately after at Scion's AV installation space on Melrose. Drawing inspiration from the famous Imperial art by Keith Haring and Stussy, the SSUR clothes are designed with a more profound concept to offer, more than just a commercialized brand of streetwear, but a meaningful piece of wearable art, kind of like a canvas print on your chest. According to Russ, the brand and its unique designs reflect his interests, memories, opinions, travels, observations, and personality. And at the end of the day, Russ has always seemed to be in it for the pure artistic reason. And it's because of that he never sold out and has yet to fall off. Because though all things fade, art never dies. But what do you think? Were you a fan of SSUR back in the day? Do you still support the brand now? Hit us up in the comment section and let us know. And if you made it this far, then that obviously means you enjoyed the video. So what you waiting for? Go ahead and hit the like button for us. Liking and sharing each of these videos is the best way to help us to continue to grow as a channel. And if you want to be updated every time we drop a new episode, then hit the subscribe button and then the notification bell. That way you'll be dinged when a new video drops. But with that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com signing out. Until next time, peace.